If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Wack 100 gets beat up, and Dame Dash talks straight facts. Plus, Meek Mill Stylist gets robbed. Let's talk hip-hop.
I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going Hey, kill him. Come on. Don't do that. Go, bro. Relax. I want the wrong people. Don't do it. No, come on, bro.
So that was footage from last night at Rolling Loud, right? This was backstage by where all the trailers and all the artists and everything were, right? And Rolling Loud, you know, they travel around. Sometimes they're in Miami, sometimes they're in Chicago, sometimes they're here in New York. But last night they were in LA, right? And there's gonna be a couple days in Rolling Loud, not just one, but yesterday was day one, right? So apparently Wack 100 was back there chilling or whatever like that. You gotta understand, Wack 100 is not also like a figure in hip hop. A lot of people also forget that Wack 100 is actually Blueface's manager, and then also Ray J's manager too. Oh, and he's the game's manager too. So obviously he's gonna be back there dealing with his artists or whatever the case may be, right? But in recent history, Wack 100 said a few times in a few different interviews and, you know, on live and just on social media himself that Nipsey Hussle is not a legend, right? He has his own reasons for it, basically saying that Nipsey Hussle will develop into being a legend, but he's not a legend now. A lot of people didn't know about him when he was alive, blah, 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 right? That's his opinion, and a lot of people, some people agree with him, some people don't, right? One of the people that doesn't agree with Wack 100 would be J-Rock, right? And I'm not talking about J-Rock from Top Dog Entertainment. I'm talking about J-Rock, who used to be Nipsey Hussle's bodyguard and one of Nipsey Hussle's best friends, right? So backstage at Rolling Loud, J-Rock catches Wack 100, right? And so that's where you see all that commotion happening. Now, the actual fight is not caught on camera at all. I guess people must have started pulling out their phones after that, because I do have a lot of footage from what I just showed you, which was a lot of tussling, a lot of yelling. A dude went like this and then started running, and that's about it, right? And Wack 100 is trying to chase after him, and there's people holding him back and all kind of stuff like that, right? So it's crazy, but a lot of reports are coming out saying that Wack 100 got beat up, or he got caught slipping, or that he got, you know, the fade ran on him, or whatever the case may be. So, you know, Wack 100 woke up this morning and he saw all of that stuff and responds.
Yo, I'm just waking up. I don't know if y'all hate me that much, but Wack's still on top. Talking about somebody whoop Wack ass. Listen, try again. And next time you send a motherfucker, don't send a motherfucker that know how to run. Send a motherfucker that wanna fight. Nah, Wack still living. Wack ain't took no L's, my nigga. On Power Road. Try again. Blogs, close but no cigar.
Alright, so that's Wack 100, right? He's showing his face. He's on like, yeah, look at me. Wack is still on top. He's showing that he's not hurt, harmed, or anything like that, right? And it's just funny as hell, right? The whole situation. But anyway, so as the day kept going on and on and on, yeah, social media was like, yeah, Wack got ran down on, he got beat up, whatever. So of course that, you know, social media is getting the Wack 100 too, right? And so he actually does a second video responding to everybody again.
Hey, yo, check this out. You motherfuckers stop texting me and DMing me talking about am I good? I don't know what the fuck the internet talking about, but whatever hoe ass nigga gotta lie and say he knocked me out or dropped me or did any of that to me, whoever that nigga is, listen nigga, I'm Wack 100. We in the back of Rolling Loud. 300 cameras, my nigga. If that's the way you gotta try to get yours, cool, nigga. I tell you, come out and play. All I seen a nigga swing and run. A nigga 300 pounds, swing, couldn't do nothing, and run. That's a bitch ass nigga. That's what I seen. Now all this other shit about Wack got Rat Pack and Rush, blood on power root, blood ain't even been 10 hours, ain't nothing wrong with me. If a nigga would've rushed me, nigga, the rushing would've kept going on. So nigga, whatever y'all talking about, nigga, stop calling me and texting me this weird shit. Believe what you see. When Wack knock a nigga out, you seen that. When you see that, then believe it.
So Wack 100 basically is like, yo, it's a bunch of people that have been calling me and texting me, asking me if I'm okay. That's crazy. Don't you know who I am? I'm Wack 100. Of course I'm okay. All I saw was a nigga swing and then run. He's a bitch ass nigga. You know, he tried to chase after him. And Wack 100 is a big dude. And there were like a bunch of dudes that were like bigger than Wack 100 trying to stop him from chasing the guy and running after him and all that stuff like that, right? And I don't think that, I mean, they check everybody for weapons and stuff like that, so you already know that nobody's going to shoot up the place or stab anybody, so I don't think that Wack 100 would shy away from a little fist fight, right? A little scuffle. I've seen him fight other people before, right? Didn't he like knock Stitches out or something like that? Like I done seen him, you know, get it in, right? So I'm pretty sure that Wack 100 wasn't scared and he probably didn't want to square up with this dude, didn't get a chance to because they were holding him back, and the dude did sneak diss him, right? Or sneak hit him, right? But anyway, the dude was doing it for a good reason because he felt like Wack 100 was disrespecting his dead friend, Nipsey Hussle, right? So I get everybody's side of it, right? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Unless you go to college, which you can't afford, unless you get a loan to go to college, you've done something wrong. So you go to...
All right, so Dame Dash did an interview with Big Boy, right? And he's talking straight facts, man. But this is the way that the world works, right? And just because Dame Dash is bringing some kind of light to this, and I feel like a lot of people already know, or maybe they don't, but you gotta have your third eye open to see what Dame Dash is talking about, right? But just because he's bringing light to this does not mean that it's going to change at all, ever, right? The only thing that he's doing is just letting a couple people know what's up, right? But people don't want to hear that type of shit. So basically, Dame Dash is talking about, he's thinking on a higher level, right? And he's living on a higher level, and that's good, right? And everybody should be living on that level, but you can't, right? Because the way that capitalism is set up, the way that the world is set up, or forget about the world, but the way that America is set up is to keep most people in that working class, right? We don't want people to be poor, and we also don't want people to be filthy rich either, right? Most people need to be in the working class because those are the people that make the country go round, right? There's got to be police officers on the street, right? There's got to be cab drivers and Uber drivers. There's got to be people to pick up the trash and the litter, right? There has to be a trash man because people, I make a lot of trash and somebody has got to take it to the dump, right? So not everybody can aspire to be the artist that they are, or the model that they are, or the movie producer that they have inside of them, or the fashion designer that they have inside of them, right? And I think that Dame Dash is like, this country will kill you and your dreams, right? So a lot of people, you know, you go to school for 18 years, and what that is just basically conditioning you and training you how to be an employee. Then you go to college that you can't afford, you take out a loan, you have mad debt, you graduate college, and then you jump at the first job that you get, or that you get offered because you need to pay off this loan. Then you go and buy a house and get another loan, and you're constantly just playing catch up your whole life, right? And most people in America live that life, right? Even though when those people were young, they wanted to be a movie star. They wanted to be a fashion designer. They wanted to be, you know, nobody says, you know what, when I grow up, I want to be a bank teller. I can't wait to be the best bank teller I can, you know? Nobody says that. Nobody wakes up and says, you know what, when I grow up, I want to be a secretary, right? I want to work in the finance department of a real estate company, right? Nobody has those type of dreams. People want to open their own business. People want to be the next hottest rapper, right? And the way that the country is set up will kill you, right? Not physically kill you, but kill your dreams. So there's a lot of dead people walking. There's a lot of zombies out here, right? To the point where, you know, you just got to say, well, I got to survive. So of course I took this job, or of course I did this, or of course I didn't pursue my dreams, right? And Dame Dash frowns upon that, and he lives above all of that, right? And that's cool. And Dame Dash has been talking about this and talking like this for his whole entire life. And Dame Dash is dead ass right? But the whole thing is that not everybody can be what they want to be, because then who's going to take out the trash, right? Who's going to clean the windows, right? Who's going to, you know, say, sir, that'll be $5 when you buy some gum at the bodega, right? There has to be somebody there, right? And the way that the country is set up, there will always be somebody there, because they train you through those 18 years of going to school to be, I guess, submissive almost to the country in the way that it works, right? But hey man, Dame Dash is talking straight facts. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. So that's Moulin de Rouge, right? She's a fashion designer and a black business owner from Philly, right? She's from the same hood as Meek Mill. And the whole situation is, I also kind of think that she's Meek Mill's stylist. And then deeper than that, I really kind of think that she's Meek Mill's secret girlfriend, right? So a lot of people in the industry are married, right? A lot of people in the industry have long ass relationships, but they keep that kind of stuff private. Now, some people don't keep their relationships private, like let's say Nicki Minaj or 50 Cent or somebody like that, because that's just what they do. I mean, everybody's different, right? But there are other people that do keep their relationships private as hell, like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole or somebody like that, right? But I think that Meek Mill learned from his past mistakes, so he used to just fuck around with a couple of hoes or whatever like that, but then he got with Nicki Minaj, and his relationship was super public, and I think that had a kind of a strain on him as an individual, and also a strain on the relationship, right? So I think that this time around, if Meek Mill is not single, and I'm not sure if he is or not, I mean, he could not be single. I mean, he could be single, and I could just be talking a bunch of bullshit, but based on what I know, I think that this is Meek Mill's secret girlfriend, right? But anyway, that's whatever. So Meek Mill has been seen, you know, wearing a lot of stuff that she designed, but there's also other rappers and other people that wear things that she has designed too, right? She has a store in Philadelphia. I think that she has one here in New York, because there's a lot of people that also wear her clothing here too, right? And she's just a dope ass, successful black businesswoman at the end of the day, right? She wasn't there, but somebody actually robbed the store in Philly, in South Philly, right? So they robbed the cash register, you know, hey, hand over the money. They didn't do anything to anybody, but they stole $5,312, right? And then they got out of there, right? The people who had masks on, they don't know who it was at all, but they know they're black people, right? So, of course, you know, she released a statement basically saying that, you know, she kept the hood motivated, and that and this is the thanks I get, which is also a Meek Mill, you know, quote. But then she says, I'm just grateful that nobody got hurt. P.S. I'm going to do a Christmas toy drive at the Moulin de Rouge store. I'll share more details soon. Thanks for the kind words and prayers, right? So she's taking this as, you know, she's taking it in stride, right? She's taking it as, okay, this is something that happens, right? She's saying, I'm going to do a Christmas toy drive in a couple days, and I'll let you know what's going on, right? Basically letting people know in the hood that, listen, I'm still here. I'm still, you know, fucking with y'all pretty much, and you're not gonna move me from my block type of shit, right? So also, Meek Mill released a statement on his Instagram and basically said, some bum ass niggas robbed Milano's store, right? Talking about his shorty, well, you know, whatever, right? All she do is donate and inspire, LOL. Y'all brazy. Out of all the stores that make money in this area, and owned by all different races but blacks, the black people chose to rob the black people. Nigga-itis, right? And I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's true, because you're trying to just be successful and give back to the community and also make some money, and they rob her shit, right? But I don't think it's that they said, oh, we're gonna rob the black store. You know, niggas don't care, and it's more about what we were talking about with the whole thing that Dame Dash was talking about. Sometimes when you just just need money. You don't really care who you rob, and it's like, I'm just trying to survive, right? But at the end of the day, I also think that these people, maybe if they didn't shop in her store, maybe their girlfriend did, or they know somebody that knows somebody that knows her, so they know how that works a little bit better. And these men probably never even been into any of the other stores in the area, but they've been into her store, so they know where to do and what to go, right? What to do and where to go, right? So, you know, it's all of that mixed into one pot. But yes, a black woman did get robbed, and she's just trying to be a successful businesswoman, right? But thank God nobody got hurt. Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.